where you're going to make a 2-knot 35 kV 600 amp T-body. We're going to start with our opening, which are, as always, read the instructions because it could change from kit to kit, manufacturer to manufacturer. On this one, our opening overall is 12 3/4. See, he's getting this tool. Make sure you're careful to get a straight square cut all the way around. On this one, he's using cable ringers. Of course, you got your law machine cable and insulation stripper that would work. He's done on this using that blue knife. See how you can control that real well and real easy. Now you'll put your wrap of mastic at the edge of the jacket, right up against the cutoff. And you'll take the drain wires, metallic shielding, and bend them back and tap them into the mastic. Make sure they're good and flat. Makes it easier for your cold shrink tube on waterproofing to go over. Now you put another strip of mastic over the top, and then you're going to take Y22 and tape it down tight. It can be colored tape, it can be whatever kind of tape. You just want to make sure you tape it really tight in there and get that mastic between all those wires. You can put you a little bit back there to hold the drain wires in place so they're not all over everywhere while you're doing your work. At this point, you'll slide your cold shrink tube on, making sure the string goes away from the end of the cable. Alright, now you're going to mark your semicon, which we're going to make a mark at 9 3/4 inches from the end of the cable. Mark from the end of your cable. That is going to be your most precise mark, and that's what you need it for your filler kit to line up on, for everything to work right. Okay, you get your semicon score, make sure your depth is good. Get your square cut, and then you will put it on. Make one rotation counterclockwise, and then you'll go to spiral cut, and easing your way down. We put a little grease on the inside on the track there of your semicon score, so it kind of helps it ease along down that cable smoothly. Get that going, you'll peel that off. As on all other cables, when you get down to your end for your cutoff, you want to make sure you're real easy with it and get that square cut and make it smooth. Okay. Alright, we have a good square cut. We'll need to wipe it down with a rag. Now we're going to make a mark, a tape mark for where our filler kit needs to slide down to. And that will be at 10 3/4 from the end of the cable. Again, from the end of the cable. You make about 4 or 5 good laps on there, or maybe even 1 or 2 more, but you get those on and it'll kind of help hold that filler kit in place when you go to slide on your T-body itself. You'll need to use 120 grit sandpaper at this point. Sand it all real good, because you need it good and smooth to slide that filler kit on. 120 grit paper helps it slide. Alright, what we've learned you need to bevel here, what we've kind of learned a little bit is we can use that penciling tool, just you can use it by hand and just get it on the end and make a couple little quick turns, just using a little force, and you can have you a nice little bevel there to help get it on. You want that bevel to help slide that filler kit on because it is thick. So now you'll need to clean the cable really good. You'll clean it and then lubricate it. Yeah, he starts about 1.5 inches or so from the semicon and works his way towards the end of the cable. Now he'll start the other way and work towards the semicon. Never pull any cable clean from the semicon out because you will drag semicon across that insulation. Now you can see he's greasing it up real good. You want to make sure you got plenty on there. Just a little inside that filler kit. The filler kit's got some little fiber things that are supposed to help it as well. So now you'll just slide that all the way on the tape mark. And just kind of remove the excess grease a little bit. Say pull back just a hair and remove some of that excess grease. And then just slide it right back to it. You can actually tape it down once you get it into place. If you want to tape it down to hold it, as this one's trying to slide forward, it won't hurt nothing. And that'll be just another process too for one to keep it slide forward, or even push them backwards by virtue of sliding that T-body on. Now at this point, we're going to remove our insulation to the edge of the cable adapter, the filler kit. So just wipe that off a little bit. And for us, we're going to use our cable ringers. It works just about the right size for 2-0. You just want to make sure you try them out and be careful that you do not score the conductor. Put on our, have your gloves on, cut-proof gloves, get your blue handle knife, and just be gentle scoring. It is a thick insulation. If you need to do more than one scoring point, maybe you have a couple, it makes it easier to get that off without boogering up the strands of the conductor. You can see he kind of went around to the side a little bit now. See how the knife's going away from him as it comes out. Stay out of the line of fire. Making these, you cannot use your insulation stripper due to the fact that you have to have the filler kit on your cable, because you want to remove your insulation to the exact point. There you go, you got that removed. Now you're going to get your conductor brush and brush your conductor. And then you will slide on your lug. If you're using aluminum, you need to put your orange cap in here. On this one, with this lug, it's an orange cap, it's the smallest one. Tries to hold it centered. Ronnie has a tool that once he gets it finger tight, he will put on there to help hold it. If you're doing aluminum conductor, only brush as far as you're going to use the connector on there. Just brush as far as the connector goes on aluminum. All right, now he's finger tighted. He's going to take a 1-second shot from conductor end first and then towards the lug end. Now these aren't everywhere, but down here Ronnie has a tool that can help hold that, so when it tries to torque, that conductor being so small, it will try to twist it. So what he'll do is with this tool, as you can see, he'll crimp down on there, turn it, twist on the end of the handle. Now he'll get a hold of the handle to help hold it in place, and then he will go ahead and shoot it down. Okay, so now his shear bolt connector is in place. He'll get his tool off of there. Make sure that that connector is straight. Yeah, and being such a smaller conductor in a 2-0, the bigger your conductor, the more it's going to hold in place for you, and you don't have to worry about it as much. Okay, now you want to make sure you clean up real good again on the outside of that filler kit. Careful not to touch the semiconductive portion back there, which essentially is like a stress cone. And you can clean the conductor as well. And then we'll go ahead, once we clean it, you want to make sure you clean it good and thorough. And then you will want to put grease on the outside of that filler kit. Make sure you grease it up. You can see it applies liberally all over. When you are doing this on a switch or what have you, that you need one of these on, you want to make sure you have that lug lined up properly before you do shear bolt it down. If possible, maybe go ahead and hang it up on there on the switch, and then do that. Now at this point you'll get that T-body on, and you will slide it on. Like you can see, we're holding pressure back with his hands and using his body to force that T-body on. Just has a little bit more to go to get all the way inside there. I'll move the camera some so we can see in the end and see that connector all the way to the end. That lug is all the way to the end. If it tries to push back on you, once you get it to where it's at that point, what you would want to do is go ahead and put it up on your switch, boot station, whatever it's going to be, and get that held in place on that lug so it won't go anywhere, and you can put your cold shrink down to where it's going to be in good shape. Alright, we're good there. So now we'll put our cold shrink on. Making sure you're holding up towards the front, which his arm is blocking that view right now. See, once it gets started down, be careful because it will try to roll under or out when you are getting it started. See where it's shrinking down now. You'll possibly already use these on elbow or on elbows if you've made some of those, or if you've already made T-bodies, you will have used, should have used these cold shrinks and how to line them up. And there's your elbow. made. Of course, you would train your drain wires later. Make sure you've got your capacitive test point pointed out away from the switch when you do put that on. And then where he's pointing right now is where you would put a piece of number 12 or 14 wire and go down and around to your drain wires and connect them with the grounding point. If you have any questions, you can give us a call. Thank you.